Leading local tonight, North Dakota's redistricting committee is set to redraw the state's lines by the end of the month. But before then, lawmakers are meeting with tribes across the state to hear their concerns about being fairly represented in the legislature. Reporter Maddie Beertemple has more on what some tribal leaders say would help their voices be heard and how top lawmakers are considering that input.
MHA Nation Chairman Mark Fox says splitting House districts would give tribal members a better chance to have a seat in the legislature. Currently, each district elects 2 representatives at large, but by geographically dividing the district, voters could elect someone from their area. The district itself would stay intact.
Real key for us at MHA Nation is just getting our voices heard, and oftentimes our voice is better heard or is more heard appropriately when we have a formal voice on the floor saying this is some of our concerns.
Fox isn't alone. During 3 Tribal and State Relations Committee meetings this week, lawmakers heard from other tribes who say dividing a district geographically to allow each segment to vote for 1 House representative would give tribal members a better chance at getting elected.
And there are a couple of them that have enough population that you can divide it, so they would have one of the House of Representatives would be from their part of the district.
Senator Rich Wardner says splitting districts hasn't happened in the past, but with people leaving rural areas where reservations reside, it might be necessary.
We do feel that maybe the Native American population should have at least a representative that comes from their area.
Senator Josh Boucher sits on both the Redistricting and Tribal and State Relations Committee and says he supports splitting districts if it helps improve representation for tribes.
Based on case law from the Supreme Court and what our neighboring states have done to ensure some strong tribal representation, there are members of the committee, myself included, who think that this is a good opportunity to continue to build healthier relationships with tribal nations in our state.
Fox says he thinks the conversations with lawmakers were productive, and he hopes his input is considered in the process.
Having a seat at the table, I guess, is really what is being asked by our individual members, our tribe as a whole, saying, as you decide how to redistrict, it is really important for Native Americans to be at the table to say, here's what we think as well.
Lawmakers will have to move quickly with their discussions since the committee has until the end of the month to redraw the lines. Reporting in Bismarck for KX News, Maddie Beertemple.
Boucher says he hasn't heard yet opposition from committee members over splitting districts in areas with reservations. Other states, including Montana and South Dakota, have split districts to address tribal representation concerns.